second skill is reading. You will have 5 passages. And then the time allocated for this section is 60 minutes. Yeah. The third one is writing, 60 minutes. You have 2 tasks, writing 1 and writing 2. Yeah, we will talk about writing today. And then the last part of the test is speaking. For this one, you will be getting 11 to 14 minutes. Yeah, so in total, the IELTS test will last about 2 hours 55 minutes. Yeah, almost 3 hours. Okay. Now the grade, the score that you can get in IELTS, 0 to 9. Yeah, 0 to 9 in 0.5 band increments. Your score valid for 2 years only. So after 2 years, you have to take another test. Yeah, and then this score here, the IELTS scores are used by many colleges or institutions in over 40 countries all over the world. Yeah, but mostly European countries and Australia, New Zealand. Okay. Okay. Now let's talk about writing. Task 1. You have to write over 150 words. Task 2, over 250 words. Yeah, so in Indonesia, we still have paper-based IELTS test. Yeah? And then what I can suggest is that if you think your handwriting is illegible, yeah, nobody can read it, yeah, from now on, train yourself to write neatly and clearly. Yeah, and then when you do the writing, it's very often I notice that the participants count the words. Don't do that. Just count the lines. Yeah, the standard is 1 line consists of 8 to 10 words. Yeah, just count the line. So if you have to write 250 words divided by 10, well, at least 25 to 30 lines, then you will be safe. Yeah, that will be okay. That will be accepted. Yeah, because if you write too much, you won't get extra score. And on the other hand, you won't have extra time to do that. Yeah, okay. Now, this is another tip. When you do IELTS, when you take IELTS test, write task 2 first, the essay part, not writing 1. Why? Because task 2, yeah, has more weight than task 1. So you get twice the points for task 2, yeah, than you get for task 1. Yeah, I give you an example here. Okay, here. For example, in task 1, you get 8. Yeah, and then, sorry, here for, and then for task 2, sorry, you get 6. It doesn't mean you get 7 here. No, that's not how they calculate your score. Yeah, so this is how they calculate your score. 8 plus 6 plus 6, yeah, divided by 3. So you will get 6.5. Nowadays, the examiner in IELTS test have the so-called writing matrix, score matrix. Yeah, in the y-axis, there is the task 1, and then in the x-axis, there is the score for task 2. Yeah, if you get 8 here in task 2, you get 6 in task 1. They get the matrix. Then they will know your average score for writing. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Now the writing section, task 1. Yeah, the word count. Yeah, as I said earlier, 150 words. And there are many types in writing 1. Yeah, so we have table, map, pie chart, bar chart, line, graph, and diagram, and process. Okay. Okay. Let me give you the example of the this section task one, writing one. So this one is the table. This is the easiest one. This is the easiest one. Okay. There is no y-axis or x-axis. This is just table. Another one, this is the map. Yeah. So we have to write. We have to explain what's going on with these maps. This is in 1995, and then this is the present map. We have to compare these two maps. Yeah. Okay. Now this one is the pie chart. Yeah, they look like pie, so that's how they get their name. Yeah, pie chart. And this one here is the bar chart. Okay. It is unlikely you get a simple bar chart like this. Yeah. Usually you get 3 or 4 bars here. Yeah, this is only example. Yeah, this is too simple for a test. And then we have this one, the line chart. Also this one, only one line. This is unlikely that you will get this kind of chart in your Ielts test. Usually you will see 3 or 4 lines here. You have y-axis and then x-axis. Yeah. Okay. And then this one here, process. So you have to explain what's going on here. Cement production and concrete production. So you have to explain what happens here and then what happens here. Okay. Okay. Now people get scared when they see this writing task one because they don't know what to do. Let me tell you something. They are only data, nothing more than data. Yeah. So let's say you have this one here. They are data. What we need to do in our writing task one is only to explain this graph. Nothing more, nothing less. But then the way we explain, just imagine that you have to explain this to your professors, for example, to one of your lecturers. So that's why you don't need to write one by one, explaining this one by one. No. What the examiner wants to see is that you are able to compare these and these, these and these. You make comparison. You see the overall features. You see the main trends. Yeah. And then there is no opinion in here. So be careful. You are not required to write opinion or conclusion. Yeah, so you are merely requested to explain what's going on here. Okay, in, I would say, academic choice of words. Okay, now, and also in here, yeah, okay. Now, how the examiner mark your writing? Yeah, so these 4 parts here, please pay attention to these 4 parts here. Task achievement, meaning whether you understand the instructions or not. Yeah, whether you achieve, yeah, the task. You understand, and then you know what you're doing. You are able to explain the chart or the graph or the process. Okay, and then number 2, coherence and cohesion. You get 25% of the score. Coherence is the connection between ideas. Yeah. So whether there is flow between the ideas in your writing. So connection between ideas. Okay. And then cohesion is a connection between sentences. Yeah, whether you are able to put glue in your sentences. Okay, coherence and cohesion. And then number 3, lexical resource. This is vocabulary, whether you are able to use academic choice of words. Yeah. And then grammar range accuracy is the grammar. Sentence structure, whether you are able to use tenses, yeah, past tense, simple past, whether you're able to use complex, simple sentences, complex sentences, or compound sentences. Active voice, passive voice. Yeah. Now, let me tell you something. Yeah. People are afraid of this writing task 1 because they think that they have to write a highly academic essay. Yeah. And they tend to memorize the writing. Don't do that. You won't get good score. Yeah. You won't get good score. And then you ask yourself, how do they know that this is a memorized answer? They will know because that's their job. They will know whether you memorize your answer or whether you write it spontaneously. So don't memorize your answer. Don't memorize your essay in task 1. Not to mention task 2. Yeah, we talk about it later. Yeah. And then the lexical course here, vocabulary. There is a myth saying that you have to use the high level academic choice of words. Yes, that's true. But only use words that you are 100% familiar with. If you don't know how to use it, then forget it. Then you ask yourself, then how am I going to get good score? Practice. Practice, practice, and practice. Read a lot. There's no way you can write well if you don't read a lot. Yeah, read journals, read academic journals, read Nat Geo magazines. Yeah, read a lot. And then the grammar range here. Again, by reading academic writings, you will get the idea on what to write, on what to use in this grammar range and accuracy. Yeah, because I often notice even the simple grammar. Yeah, I notice that participants are not able to use that. Yeah, I still found some participants write, I'm agreed, something like that. Yeah, or I'm interesting, something like that. Yeah. So I would say that you have to practice in lexical, in your vocab and your grammar. Yeah, that's why in my Ielts class, I always mention, I'm not going to teach grammar from zero. Because the basic requirement to be able to write well, either in task 1 or task 2, you have to have certain level of TOEFL. I would say 500 will be enough. If you have 600, that will be better. Yeah, make my life easier. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Now, steps to writing task 1. Yeah, usually we have introduction, right? Yeah. What we need to do first is we paraphrase the introduction. Paraphrase here doesn't mean that we can copy paste the instructions. Don't do that. Do not ever copy paste the instruction. You won't get score. Yeah, at least task achievement, you'll get nothing. Yeah, and then the next step, write an overview. See the main trend of the chart. I would say the data that stands out. Yeah, what is the main features? Yeah, and then after that we decide the tense to be used and how we describe the data, and then choose the information. Yeah, because we don't have to mention all. Choose the information that stands out. Okay, I would say the extreme one. And then the next step, make comparison of the information. Compare this line and this line, or this point with this point. And then to be able to do that, we have to group the information. So the way the examiner see or score your writing is by looking at this, whether you are able to make comparison, whether you are able to group the information. Yeah. So, and then another one, whether you are able to use complex sentences and compound sentences. Can you imagine if you write simple sentences only? Yeah, all the way from the beginning up to the end, you write simple sentences only. And then you ask, well, I explained the table, even though it's in simple sentences. But the thing is that you won't get score in structure. Yeah, if you write in simple sentences, only the examiner will think this person here, yeah, is not able to use complex sentences, is not able to use high level of structure. Okay. Now, I have sample problem here. Yeah. This is the instruction. Later on, the committee will share this PowerPoint to everybody. Yeah. So let me just give you time to read. Yeah, I'll give you time to read. Let me put this in slides. I give you around 2 minutes to read. Okay. 1 or 2 minutes to read. Okay, so we have a table showing the data about underground railway. Yeah. Railway system in 6 major cities with date open. Yeah, the date when they started the operations. Kilometers of route and passenger number per year in million. Yeah, be careful. Kilometer, this is British spelling. METRES, but American spelling, METERS. Okay, and then what we have to do, yeah, we have to summarize the information, we have to select and report the main features, the main trends. And then we compare, we make comparison where relevant, where possible. And then we have to write 150 words. Okay. So this is the problem. Okay. This is the problem. Let me check with the committee. Will the participants be able to see this table? Like, let me see, Septian.
Yes, Miss.
Do you think all the participants can see this table properly?
I think they can see the table properly, Miss.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so we have here city, date open, kilometers of route, and passenger per year in millions. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4 column. And then how many rows we have? We have London, Paris, Tokyo, Washington, D.C., Kyoto, and Los Angeles. Now, from this simple table, yeah, what do you see? From this simple table, what do you see?
London has the
Will you
oldest.
be able to group? Yeah, the oldest, 1, 2, 3. That is the oldest. And then another one, another group.
The youngest.
We have the newer, not the youngest, the newer.
newest.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, 1976, 81, 2001. Yeah, so we have already 2 groups here. 1, 2.
2.
What else? What else? Take a look
The
at the root.
The longest,
We have the longest one
the longest,
and the
length,
shortest one.
and the
The
shortest.
shortest.
Yeah. And then take a look at the passenger number. The most
The most and the fewest.
and the least.
Lowest,
The most and the
And
least.
the least.
Yeah. Okay. Now, can you please try to paraphrase? Yeah, I would suggest that you, everybody, I would suggest that you screenshot this one.
Okay.
Just screenshot this one so you have something in your hands. Yeah, before I show you the model paraphrase. Yeah, screenshot this one, sample problem. And then this is the table. Also screenshot this one, although you will get this later on after the meeting. Yeah. And then let's follow this one. Paraphrase the introduction. Yeah. You will ask yourself, how am I going to do this? Simple. Use the synonym and change the sentence structures from active to passive, from passive to active. Yeah. And then this is another myth. Some of participants in my class think that they have to change every word. They have to use synonym of every word. No. You only use synonym where possible. Yeah, like chart is a chart. Graph is a graph. Student is student. How are you going to use student? For example, students are people study in college, something like that. It's too long. Yeah. So only use synonym where possible. Okay. So this one here, we paraphrase this one. Yeah. So here maybe the table defines or explains or gives picture. Yeah. Something like that. Now, to those who have tried, compare your answer with this one. This is the original task. This is the paraphrase version. Take a look at table, remains table. Shows, illustrates. Data. You cannot change this into something else. Data. Yeah. Here, so the writer here plays with structure. Yeah. So the writer divided these into 2 sentences. Yeah. One sentence here becomes 2 sentences here in paraphrase version. Okay. So far so good? Yeah? Okay.
Yeah.
Let me just continue. Okay. And then after that, we write the overview. What do we see? So you mentioned earlier, Mariani, you mentioned earlier the oldest and the newer railway systems. Okay. So here in the overview, do not mention details yet. Don't mention numbers. Because what we are going to do is give the overall picture to our readers, to the examiner, give the overall picture. Yeah, if you have year range, you can do that, but do not give detailed numbers yet in the overview. Okay, do not mention percentages, detail or numbers in this overview. Okay, and then another one here, no conclusion. As I mentioned earlier, no conclusion, remember. Okay. Okay. So what do we have in the overview? Overall, we have 3 railway systems, which are the oldest. Yeah, and then we have 3 which are newer. And then we have here the turn of the 21st century is to replace the word, this one here. To replace the year 2001. You can, yeah, 2001. The turn of 21st century. Yeah, this one here to replace the year 2001. Okay, and then we have the highest. Passenger number of Tokyo is the highest. Passenger number in Tokyo is the highest. And then please pay attention to the word in contrast. This is how you use, this is how you write comparison. In contrast, on the other hand, yeah, you compare. You can also use a comparison, the oldest, the newest, the least, the most, yeah, okay. Choose the tense and grammar. The main tense to be used when you explain graph is the present tense. And you can also use passive voice when we don't focus on the doer. And then comparative and superlative. We have done this, grouping the information. Yeah. So we have the age of the network, we have the kilometers, and we have passenger number per year. Okay, 3 groups. Okay. Now the body paragraph 1, yeah, so after paraphrasing the statement, we write the overview. After the overview, we have body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2. So how many paragraphs we have? Paraphrasing the statement, overview, body paragraph 1, and body paragraph 2. 4 paragraphs. 4 paragraphs. Yeah. Some participants in my class often ask me, how do we divide the paragraph? Do we have to leave one line empty, or it's really up to you? You can use indentation in that, yeah. So if you write, you leave about 10. If you type about 10 strokes, yeah, you use indent. But you can also use American style. After one paragraph, you leave one line blank, then you go to the next paragraph. So the style is really up to you. Yeah, yeah. As long as the examiner knows how many paragraphs you have written, that's okay. You're good to go. Yeah. And then here, this is model answer. Yeah, if you like, you can do the screenshot now. Yeah, so this is the paraphrase. The table illustrates data. Data is plural, yeah. The table illustrates data regarding underground railway from 6 large cities in various parts of the world. Okay, it shows it here. Again, it here is for the table. It shows the year open kilometers of route, and yearly passenger numbers in millions. Okay, that this one here, the first paragraph is the paraphrase of the statement. Okay, pay attention, some synonyms and some words remain the same. And then the second paragraph, overall, London and Paris have the oldest underground train system in the world. Yeah, it should be system, sorry, in the world. Compared to Los Angeles, which is relatively new. Okay, passengers for Tokyo are the highest. In contrast to Kyoto, which has the lowest number of yearly passengers and the shortest route. Yeah, so here the writer has already made comparison. In contrast, here the highest, and then in contrast to Kyoto, which has the lowest number. And then here another one, the shortest route. Okay, so I think we are good to go. Paraphrase done, overview done. Okay, the next one. You are free to do a screenshot if you like. Yeah. So this one here, body paragraph 1 and body paragraph 2. Yeah, I read it out for you. The London Underground, which opened in 1863, is the oldest network. It is also the most, another one, comparison, the most extensive with 394 kilometers of route. The railway system in Paris was opened in 1900 and is approximately half the size, again, comparison, half the size, and serves more passengers. Another comparison, more. Yeah. The underground in Tokyo is the busiest. Comparison also, the busiest of the three, with 1928 million passengers yearly and 155 kilometers of route. Sorry, not 1928, 1928. Okay, because it's not year. Okay. Regarding the three other systems, so after we talk about the first three one, we talk about the second three systems. Okay. Regarding the three other systems, Washington DC has the longest route. Another comparison, longest of the three. In contrast, another conjunction for comparison. In contrast, Kyoto has only 11 kilometers of route and the lowest passenger number of all the cities with 45 million passengers yearly. Following these, Los Angeles, which opened in 2001, has 28 kilometers of track and serves 50 million passengers per year. Okay, if you use word count, yeah, this is the word count, 189 words. And then you will ask, am I going to be able to write that many words? Well, by practicing a lot, I think you can. Because this one is, you simply explain the graph, nothing more, nothing less. No opinion, nothing. Yeah? Okay. The committee, do I have time still? Septian?
Yeah,
Yes,
Miss.
Can I?
10 to 15 minutes to do your presentation.
10 to 15. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think
And until 10 minutes.
another 10 minutes. Okay. I think I
Yeah.
have to skip sample problem 2. Yeah. But to the audience, don't worry. You will get these PowerPoint slides. Yeah. From the committee. Yeah. Actually, I have 2 sample problems. Yeah. but we can skip this one because the time is very limited. And then for the practice is this one, yeah. So we spend 20 minutes on this task, yeah. It's a table about the proportion of household income, yeah, in European countries, yeah, how they spend, yeah, the total volume of their spending, okay, on food, drink, housing, clothing, and entertainment, yeah. This, okay, this one is the instruction, yeah. What you're going to do, remember, paraphrase, yeah, paraphrase the statement, paraphrase the statement, write the overview, and then if possible, group the information and make comparison. Always, you use those steps, always. Yeah, I'm talking about graph. Yeah, forget about maps or process. Yeah, I talk about graph. Yeah, okay. This is the exercise. I make it easier for you. We have blanks here. Also, please do the screenshot. Yeah, I don't know whether you enjoy doing this exercise, but I think you have to like grammar no matter what. Yeah, and then choose one here, meaning you have the choice of answers here. You choose one out of these 10 phrases here. Yeah, choose one, and then you put it here. Choose one, and then you put it here. Okay, that will be your exercise from me. Yeah, you don't need to do it now because we don't have enough time to wait for you for your writing. Okay, but this is the model answer. Yeah, again, feel free to do the screenshot. Yeah, the way you have to do writing practice is, yeah, in the at the beginning you can always see the model answer. Why not? Yeah, but then again, do not memorize this model answer. Yeah, don't ever do that. Okay. Okay, my advice is that if you want to be good in writing, if you want to get good score in writing, write a lot. Write a lot. Yeah. Okay. Everything that I provided here is taken from various IELTS websites and books. Yeah. To mention some, Liz Ielts. Yeah. She has YouTubes, very good YouTubes. IELTS Advantage, and then E2 English. These three websites that I mentioned use British English. Yeah, so get yourself familiar with their accent, yeah, their pronunciation. Yeah, another tip that I can give you is that you have to stick to one English, whether American English or British English. Don't mix them up. Don't mix them up. And also in writing, if you start with American English, you write all the way from the beginning up to the end using American English and American spelling. And also in speaking, yeah, stick to one. Yeah. We don't talk about speaking now. Yeah, that will be another topic. So my tip for this one is that stick to one English, American or British. Yeah, also the spelling. Okay, so I think that's it. I open the Q&A if you like. Yeah, Septian.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Anyone can giving some question to Miss Erita.
Okay, by chatting, maybe the committee can put them in group, the same question.
Okay, Septian, I think there is one
There are two
member
questions.
who raised his hand.
Okay.
Falikha, you can ask.
Yeah, maybe you can unmute the participant.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Miss Erita, for your presentations.
Yeah.
It's very good to know about it. I have a
Yeah.
question for you. Last
Yeah.
month, I took an English Ielts course held by a British Council.
Okay.
Since it's online class, I don't get any opportunity to ask the tutor directly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I have the chance to ask to you. In the writing task, how if we get the topic that we are not fully understand? For example, I'm weak in understanding subject related to science. So how to create a good paragraph about it? Thank you.
Okay. Good. Thank you. Good. Yeah. Same question always asked by IELTS participants in my class. Okay. IELTS test is designed so that all test takers understand the topic. So the topics are taken mostly from Nat Geo, National Geographic, yeah, or from academic journals. These IELTS tests do not test your knowledge about the topic. No, what they test is your English. Even you make up story about the topic, they don't care. What they want to see is the link between one idea and another idea. Yeah, do they have connection? Are they related? Yeah, and then are you able to use simple sentence, complex sentence, compound sentence in your writing? And then is there cohesion amongst the sentences that you wrote? That's it. They don't care whether you understand the topic or not. Let me tell you something. I hate astronomy. I hate chemistry. But then again, yeah, so the teacher in the institution where I teach have yearly IELTS test. Yeah, I tell you what. We read chemistry. I know nothing about chemistry. We read topic about astronomy. I hate astronomy, but I don't have any choice. So I read, yeah, and then try to grasp the meaning, only the overall meaning. Do not, yeah, let me tell you, do not force yourself to understand in detail. Because that's how IELTS is designed. Common knowledge. Yeah. So read. So you're asking about writing, right? That's about writing, right?
About writing. Yeah.
Writing.
Yes.
Yeah. Even if you make up the story about the topic given, they don't care. What they want to see is coherence, cohesion, and then your structure. Whether there is paraphrase, and then overview, body 1, body 2, sometimes body 3. That's it. Yeah. Okay, good. Thank you. Another question?
Thank you, Miss.
You're welcome. Another question? You can.
Question?
Yeah. Yes, please. Another question?
Hey guys, you can unmute yourself, your microphone.
Please
or raise your
unmute
hand.
the. Yeah. Yes.
Anyone giving some question? Please unmute your sound.
Maybe they're afraid to ask in English. They can ask in bahasa Indonesia, I believe.
Okay, Miss. I think there are.
Mariani Marcella
Yeah.
want to ask Mariani.
Yeah,
May I-
please.
Hello,
Yes.
Miss. Sorry, may I
Yes.
ask? So before you mentioned the tenses in our writing,
Yeah.
you said that we need to choose what kind of tenses that we are going to use.
Yeah.
But can we mix it? I mean, like in the
why not?
beginning. Oh.
Yeah.
So it's
Like,
it's
for
not
example,
always
it's
not always stick
no.
to one.
It depends on the context, really.
Oh.
So, for example, this railway station opened. It should be simple past, right? Opened in 1956, for example. Yeah. It runs. Yeah. You have to use runs. If you talk about facts, you use simple present. Yeah. And then if you want to mention at the time it was built, yes, use it was built in, you use passive. Yeah. So you can mix the tenses. Okay. Good.
Can I ask another question?
Oh yeah, why
Sorry.
not? Why not? Yeah. Yes, please.
So before you said that we don't have to memorize. I mean,
No, don't
do not
memorize.
memorize.
No.
But how about the structure, such as overview, body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, something like that. And
That's the format. That's the format. That's the standard format. But the sentences are not supposed to be memorized. So you use your own sentences. You can learn from the model answers, but do not memorize them. It's of no use. You won't get score. Okay. So the standard format, of course, you have to know where to begin. Yeah, you begin with paraphrasing, yeah, writing the overview, and then body 1, body 2, sometimes body 3. No conclusion in writing 1. Okay. Another question?
I think
Yes.
I think there are some questions from chat. Let me read it through, yeah. Let me read it one by one. So the first question is from Aulia. So she asked
from whom?
From Aulia.
Aulia, yes. Aulia.
Okay, from Aulia asked, how about combining the paraphrase and the overview in one paragraph?
You can. Why not? You can. So you don't have to divide the paraphrasing and the overview. I have seen many model answers using that style. Yeah. But you don't mix overview with body 1 and body 2.
Okay.
Yeah, so you can combine in one paragraph paraphrasing of the statement of the instruction and overview. I have seen many model answers using that style. Yes.
Okay, so that's the first question. For the next one, it's from Vita Khanisa.
Yeah.
She asked, we required to write at least 150 words in task 1. How many words is the maximum usually allowed in task 1 and in task 2 as well?
Okay. In my experience, let me tell you something. My mistake that I did, I didn't know the tricks. I didn't know the tricks before. So I started writing task 1. You know, as human being, I would like to do, I like to write as good as possible, right? Then I spent more than 20 minutes in writing 1. So I spent 25 minutes. You know what happened with my writing 2? Oh, it's hell. So you start writing 2 first and then writing 1. Yeah, bear in mind, writing 2 and then writing 1. Yeah, if we have time, some other time, if we have chances to talk about writing, I'll give you some more tricks on how, because some participant asked me, ma'am, I only have 4 minutes and I haven't finished the conclusion in writing 2. What I'm going to do? Yeah, it happens many times because for people, who like writing, they forgot the time. They forgot to watch the time. Yeah, I make it a habit to have my watch, and then you're not allowed to use a timer in your cell phone. You're not allowed to do that. So, but you're allowed to wear watch. Yeah, so pay attention to the time. Yeah, writing 2, and then writing 1. Yeah, the number of words for writing 1, maximum in my experience, I will write around 160 to 175. That's it. That's it. Yeah, but no less than 150. But no more than 180. You won't get extra score. You won't have enough time to do that. Maximum 175 words. Yeah, and then in writing 2, you are required to write over 250 words. Yeah, in my experience, I was able to write 300 to 350 words because it's 2 pages A4 size. Yeah, first page and then second page. Yeah, so around 300 to 350. If you like writing, it's a piece of cake. Yeah, that's why I said don't hate writing. Don't hate writing. That is the skill where you can get highest score. And in TOEFL, yeah, structure and written expressions, that is the part of TOEFL where you can get highest score if you know how. Yeah, so don't hate structure, don't hate writing. Okay, good question. Thank you. Another one?
Miss Erita, we have some question from Wahyu Hidayat.
Yeah.
The question is, can you explain briefly how can we compare the procedure diagrams?
Diagrams. Oh,
Yeah.
the table, the topic today is the table. Maybe diagram is for another day. Yeah. So we have 6 types of writing 1. Yeah. We go one by one. And that's why I always tell the participants in my class, they sometimes ask me, ma'am, I have only 4 weeks to prepare for IELTS. And I said, cancel your registration. You won't get good score. Yeah, you practice bit by bit. Yeah, maybe first week, yeah, or first 2 weeks, you practice listening. Yeah, you can find materials from YouTube. Yeah, at least IELTS is a good one. E2 also good one. Yeah, and then the second 2 weeks, you practice reading. That's how you do it. So you allocate 2 to 4 hours. In extreme cases, sometimes you study 4 hours in the morning, yeah, and then 4 hours in the evening. That's what some of participants did to be able to get good score. Yeah, so I would say 6 months. 6 months is the period, the length of the period that you have to spend studying IELTS. If you're smart enough, maybe 3 months, but I would say 6 months. Continuously, every day. Yeah, and then you say, oh, such a boring. Well, nobody says IELTS is a game. Nobody promises it's heaven. No, it's hell. It's hell, I'm telling you. But then again, if you get 7.8 or 8.5, 7.5 or 8.5 in IELTS, you can go anywhere to colleges, to European colleges. Yeah? You are free. You are, because one of the requirements to get a good scholarship is IELTS score, 7.5 to 8.5. Yeah? I always tell the participants in my class, aim high. Do not aim for 7. Aim for 8.5. If possible, aim for 9. So if you fail, well, at least 8 or 7.5 is already in your hands. That's how I do it. That's how I do it. Yeah. So never ever think that there is fast track to be successful in IELTS test. There is no such thing. There is no magic. Okay, good.
Okay, thank you, Miss Erita, for the answer the question. We have some 3 questions ahead.
Okay.
The first question is from the Widya Haris.
Yeah.
The question is, should we write do not instead of done? Or is that count as 1 or 2 words?
Okay, yeah. So in academic writing, there are consensus. Do not use subtraction. Yeah, so you have to write full. Do not. So don't shorten it to don't. So do not, what else? Are not, yeah, is not, because it is academic journal, academic writing, sorry. Okay, good question.
Okay, from the second question is from Santanu.
Yeah.
He asked about the importance to choose one between American and British vocabularies.
Yeah.
How if I accidentally mix it? Will it become a big problem? Thank you.
Not really, but then again, okay, as a teacher, I don't see it as a problem. Yeah, but then again, I would suggest, so you do IELTS to get a scholarship, right? If I'm not mistaken, right? So imagine one day, if you go to college somewhere there in Europe, you write mixed languages, American and British. Your lecturer will not like it. They won't like it. Yeah. Because if you say a certain thing in American English, will mean another thing in British English. Yeah. So if you go to Google, so write down American English versus British English, and you get the PDF. Yeah. So download it and then study it. Stick to one English. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Miss, for answer the question. And the third question is from Vita Kanisha. So she asked about the in writing task 2. Sometimes we got a question that we are not familiar with. How to overcome such question that we don't know? It is most likely hard for me to develop idea from the topics.
Okay, that's why I said if you want to get good score in writing, practice writing. Yeah, the IELTS test is designed or has been designed that every participant will be able to write about the topic. Yeah, writing 2 will have argumentative, expository, something like that. Yeah, talk about 2 sides. Yeah, which one? Which side are you on? Yeah. You talk about this side and this side, and then you compare which one is better. Yeah. So many types of writing too. Yeah. So I would say practice each type of writing task too. That's why I said you need 6 months to prepare yourself before you take the original IELTS, because that will cost you a lot of money, around 3 million rupiah. Yeah, but I would suggest that you take local IELTS first. That will cost you only 4,000, yeah, 4,000 rupiah.
300, around 300.
Or 400,000 rupiah. Yeah, 425. Yeah, 425,000 rupiah. Somewhere in, I think LBI UI. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Miss.
Yep.
And some member and our committee giving some question again. So from Mariani Mazela, she asking about the how long will we need to spend in planning before we start to write the answer, since we have limited time in writing section.
Okay, which which part? Task 1 or task 2?
Task 1.
Task 1. So you
one.
have 20 minutes, right? You have 20 minutes, yeah? If I were you, I'll spend 5 minutes planning. 5 minutes. The better you plan, the easier it will be for you to write, yeah? So plan the write, yeah? Plan your writing and write your plan, so to say. Yeah, make a good plan. Yeah, if you know the flow, it's like it will be very easy for you to write. 5 minutes. Yeah, we have 20 minutes, right? 5 minutes planning, and then you spend another 12 minutes. So 5 plus 12, 17, right? You still have 3 minutes to check the spelling, the punctuation. Yeah, plan well. Plan well. Read the instruction. You have to know what to do. Okay, around 5 minutes planning, writing one. Okay, good question.
Is it
Thank
enough,
you.
Mariani?
Thank you for the question. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, we have
Miss, one thing to ask to Miss.
is it
I'm
enough,
sorry.
Dani? Okay.
Yeah, I think
Yes.
Dani, is it
Yeah.
enough or the time is over?
I think
I'm sorry,
until
my internet connection just
8:15 ya. 8:15.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. And then continue to Novi Mulyono.
Novi Mulyono.
Yeah.
How many hours in a day we should learn English reading and writing to accomplish the higher aim of IELTS? Okay, hello again. Yeah, hello to you. How many hours in a day? If I were you, yeah, I'm planning to get a scholarship. Yeah, I stick to a schedule. I make a schedule. As I said earlier, prepare yourself within 6 months. Oh, I don't have that much time, ma'am. Okay, what about 4 months? Okay, and then stick to your schedule. So you write down the schedule of learning IELTS. As I said earlier, maybe the first 2 weeks only listening, and then 2 weeks only reading or more, and then the writing, you need more time. You need more time. In task 1 only, you have 6 types to explain, 6 graph. Yes, and then in task 2, you have many more types of essay to write. And then not to mention speaking practice. Yeah, so it really depends on the availability of your time then. Yeah, but I would say if you have only 1 month to prepare, I think you better cancel your IELTS registration. Yeah, unless you are a native speaker. Native speaker, they do take IELTS. They do take IELTS. Yeah. So I would say practice continuously every day. Yeah. At least 4 months, but I would say 6 months will be better. Okay. And then another one from Erwandi. Once I was told that using adverb and passive sentence would be counted as higher level of writing. Is that true? What kind of adverb? Yeah, passive sentence is not a guarantee. Okay, I'll tell you something. Once I helped somebody to translate her abstract, yeah, from Bahasa Indonesia into English. And then I was told that academic writing needs a passive voice. But what happened is that her professor correct my English, the translation. So instead of using passive voice, the professor change it into active voice. It really depends on the topic you explain there. Using too many passive voices is not always good. Yeah. Just imagine if you eat something and then it's too delicious, you won't like it, right? Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Another thing? Yeah.
Dika and Dani, this is the one more question again. Is it enough or time is over?
Okay. It's done, ya. No more question, ya.
Yeah, the last question.
Okay.
So this is the question from Mr. Elwandi Ayuvianto.
Already said.
Okay.
Yeah, adverb and passive sentence. Yeah. Okay, and then?
Excuse me, ma'am. Can I ask something?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I want to continue of Mariana equations. We can plan a structure before we write on the test paper. Is there any an empty paper that I can make a structure or idea?
Scrap paper. Yeah. You will be given scrap paper. Yeah, to write your essay plan. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and then after that you write on the answer sheet. Yeah. Make sure that the examiner can read your handwriting, because I have problem with the male participants in my class. Oh, the handwriting is horrible. Yeah, make sure that the examiner, especially people in British Council or in IALF, can read your handwriting. Yeah, good.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Any other question?
Nothing more?
We still have five minutes.
Okay, no problem. I still have time.
Any question?
Maybe from the committee? Yes?
Excuse me.
Yes. Yeah.
I don't have question, but I want to share about my experience.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Mrs. Erita, for sharing this, because I agree. Yeah, I agree that we cannot take writing part for granted, and we have to prepare. We have to have more time to prepare for every part. Yeah. So I took my first IELTS test last year. And I heard that writing is the toughest part of IELTS. But at that time, I didn't worry at all, because I thought writing is always my thing. I love writing so much. And I work as an editor.
Okay, good.
Yeah, and at the time, I also took a computer-based, so I didn't have to worry about my handwriting or the word count. So I was quite confident about it and focusing my preparation more on speaking part. But the results come back, I got the lowest score on writing.
Why is that?
I don't know, maybe because I took it for granted. Maybe because I was too confident. So I spent less time to prepare for it. So I just want to share because I know that everyone who joined this session maybe curious about this writing for IELTS, and we cannot take this for granted, and we have to prepare. We have to prepare more. Yeah. So thank you, Mrs. Erita, for sharing all of this.
Yeah, you're welcome. You're welcome. Yeah. Again, lucky you that you can do the IELTS, the computer-based IELTS test. In my case, all teachers in my in the institutions where I teach, we have to write our essay. We have to use handwriting. We have no choice. Yeah. Okay. Good. Nothing more, I believe.
Okay, I think it's enough, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, Q&A. Yeah,
MC Septian.
Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you for all the questions. Yeah, the committee can please close the meeting. I'll stop this screen share. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you for member and Miss Erita for tonight discussion. So
yeah,
we as a committee will close tonight class. So before the tonight class is closed, we have some tradition to taking photo session together.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, guys. I'm Rere. I will take the screenshot of our session today. So please turn on your camera so you won't miss
Guys,
this
turn on your
session.
Come on, guys, turn on your camera and show your best smile.
Okay. I think most of you already ready for this photo session. Okay. Smile, guys. 3, 2, 1. Okay. There are 2 slides. I'll go to the second slide. Okay. 1, 2, 3. All right. It's done.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you guys for
thank
joining
you
our
guys
class.
for tonight class. Thank you, Miss Erita.
Thank you so
You're
much,
welcome.
Miss
Thank you.
Erita.
I hope you enjoy this session. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. Thank you,
Yeah.
guys.
Another request from me is that if you want me to share the presentation, if you want me to share my experience, give me enough time, because I also have some clubs to teach. Yeah, I have some clubs where I share my experience as a teacher. Okay. It's happy to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Wait,
see you all.
Miss Erita, don't leave this room
Yes.
because we have some evaluation after this class.
Okay.